I am in Crossville, Tennessee, and I just visited a place called BUC-EES. And I just spoke to two young people, and I felt very inspired by them. So I wrote a brand new zine for the two people in the BUC-EES that I just met. Here we go. Front cover. The world is getting more dangerous, more strange, more evil, and you can be the safe place, and you can be the world changer. First, get yourself a transformation vacation. Front cover, back cover. This is your ticket to better friends, to a better life. You got to pay with a change in how you spend time and attention. You got to pay for better life. You got to pay for better friends by changing the way you spend your time and the way you spend your attention. Now, hello from Crossville, Tennessee. Take a transformation vacation in a Mission Bible Training Center. Yes, that's right. I don't care what your attitude towards Christianity and the Bible is. You can take a vacation in a Mission Bible Training Center. It's not going to cost you anything, just time and attention. There are 20 of these centers around the country, and you can get away from your cell phone, and you can get away from your people and your family, and you can plan your life all over again. Then you can learn about true ecclesia. You can learn about true ecclesia. Once you are separated from your way of doing life, you will get a better picture on the inside of how you actually want to live and who you want to interact with. Okay, are you a person? Do you stay away from Christianity stuff? Do you? Do you stay away from the Jesus, God, Church, and Bible stuff? I used to. I used to be an anti-religious, anti-Christianity type of person. I used to. There are many reasons to be cautious and concerned and wary of the Christianity stuff. There's many reasons not to just jump into that Christianity stuff. Give yourself time to study and learn how to get supernatural guidance for your life. There are evil forces in this world that want to trick your mind into getting you addicted to everything from video games to dumb friends who are going nowhere. Give yourself time to study and learn how to get supernatural guidance for your life, for your success, even for your best sex satisfaction. Yes, even a peaceable sexual satisfaction life can happen to you because you've gotten supernatural guidance for how to handle everything, including your own little sex crazy heart and mind. Your afterlife will be better if you care for suffering people. Matthew 25. If you focus your life on caring for suffering people, you will have an amazing afterlife and you will become a friend of God. Now, caring for suffering people is not the only thing you're going to do. But if you're not actually focused on figuring out the powers and the ways of helping suffering people, your afterlife is not going to be as wonderful. Your afterlife will be better if you learn how to be single like Jesus. Your afterlife will be better if you learn how to do honesty times with communion, with a group of friends, a friend group. Go to missionteens.com, MISSIONTEENS. It started out with teenagers, but now it's all ages. It started out with teenagers in Camden, New Jersey, a very, very tough city. A man developed a rescue place, a place of peace for anybody. Go to missionteens.com, find the Mission Bible Training Center that's near you. All you have to do is talk to them and then show up with money for a bus ticket or a plane ticket home in case you want to quit the program. They will just take you to transportation and you can just go home. Everything else is paid for. You don't have bills, you don't have electric bills, you don't have food costs. You've given a place to stay and people who are learning how to counsel one another, because we're all supposed to be parents, loving parents. This is where you learn to be what your parents could have been for you. Go to missionteens.com, find the MDTC that's near you, and visit that place. I don't care what your attitude towards Jesus, God, Church, and Bible is. Just visit that place for the morning or evening devotional time. Just go visit them. The morning and evening devotional times are free. You don't pay anything, and you learn a lot. The morning and evening devotional times are so interesting and so empowering. Please, go visit. Give yourself time to study and learn how to get supernatural guidance for your life, for your success, and even for your best sex satisfaction. You might learn how to be quiet in the sexual department, which all of us can use from time to time. Your afterlife will be better if you care for suffering people, if you learn how to be single like Jesus, if you do honesty times with communion. Take a transformation vacation in a Mission Bible Training Center. Get away from your cell phone, your people, your family, and plan your life all over again. Then learn true ecclesia. True ecclesia will help your marriage because there's love in that true friendship, honest friendship. True ecclesia will help your marriage and will help your will help your singleness. Either you're with somebody or you're single. True ecclesia, a true friend group, will help you cope with both your marriage, which can be a lot of trouble and insanity, or your singleness, which can also be a lot of trouble and insanity. Next. I had a lot of dumb sex problems in my life before I got my transformation. Song of Solomon is the sex-positive part of the Bible. The Bible writings, they have a sex-positive part. It's very interesting. It's a beautiful poem, and I suggest that you read Song of Solomon in a translation called the Amplified Bible Version. Just do a Google search on Song of Solomon, Amplified Bible Version. Okay? Now, in Song of Solomon, in chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 8, the same statement is made. And the one who inspired the scriptures, the good spirit who loves you and appreciates you, the good spirit who adores you, speaks 3 times and says the same thing. It says in chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 8, precious ones, precious friends, do not awaken sexual arousal. Do not awaken sexual pleasure. Do not awaken sexual desire for your somebody until it is time. God's Spirit gives power for contentment in marriage covenant. I did not know that for 40 years of my life. I was almost 40 years old when I discovered that there was special, beautiful self-control power to stay and have a desire and have a really, really good time with one person, just your person. I did not know that. Help us to form friend groups. Help us to form friend groups. Help us to form friend groups. Just like the first 300 years of Christianity, friend groups that meet in homes, friends that are totally dedicated to be honest about everything and not worried. There's no new crazy under the sun. You got angry crazy, you got greedy crazy, you got sex crazy, you got laziness crazy, you got disobedience and bad attitude crazy. Jesus said, when you get saved, the demons will not go away. They will gang up and get more tricky and more crafty and more powerful. The demons will team up to create a fake religious spiritual program all around you. Yes, you will. They want you to become a spiritual faker. Jesus said, do not awaken sexual excitement and arousal until it is time. Nobody ever talked to me about that. Okay, now, this is fun. If you are getting interested, if you are researching the Jesus, God, Church, and Bible stuff, please go research these 4 types of ministry. Number 1, multiplication in the homes ministries. This guy, Curtis Sargent, find his story on YouTube. Listen to what he has to say. He is an amazing, simple, kind, interesting guy. Also, ZumeProject.com, which is a part of his teamwork. ZumeProject.com has a Zume Project workbook that you can just download right from their website, ZumeProject.com. This is amazing. This is hundreds and hundreds of home churches with no big fancy buildings. There's nothing wrong with a big fancy building. It's a great place to gather and learn. But keeping people honest and in communion takes friends in the homes. So study the multiplication in the homes ministries, Curtis Sargent and Zume Project. And Big Life in Tampa. Big Life in Tampa, Lee Wood, Leewood. Great people. Number 2, Miracles on the Street Ministries. Torben Sondergaard and the Last Reformation. Write it down, do a search on it. Torben Sondergaard and the Last Reformation. Now, when you search Torben Sondergaard, you're going to bump into a bunch of people that are speaking negatively about him, but you watch those movies and you look at the faces of those people that are getting physically healed by all of these people that gather together all over the world. Also, there's a guy named Fielding Go Harvest. Fielding Go Harvest. Really wonderful, fun, happy guy. Going out on the streets and helping people go out and learn how to literally use Jesus' power to heal people. Multiplication in the homes ministries, Miracles on the Street ministries, and number 3, early Christian writings and lifestyle and practice ministries. Okay, now up here, scrollpublishing.com and YouTube. You've got to find this outfit. Scrollpublishing.com and YouTube. It's a guy named David Berceau who left a very famous church group, church denomination, and he discovered the early church writings and he wanted to share them with everybody because he realized that there's information about real Christianity that he was not following. His whole family and him was not following real Christianity teachings, and he learned How to Be a Christian from the Early Christian Writings and Lifestyle and Practice. So go to scrollpublishing.com and YouTube. Then also, one other thing on the Miracles on the Street Ministries, there's a company called WP Films, Wanderlust Productions Films. Darren Wilson, Darren Wilson. Search WP Films and watch every one of those movies, starting with The Finger of God. A guy that didn't believe in miracles, who was sent to some miracle places, and he's a movie maker, so he started making movies of Jesus miracles from ordinary people. Really cool stuff. I mean, oh my gosh. Sends chills up and down your spine. Amazing things. Supernatural stuff going on. Better than your horror movies or your other entertainments and roller coaster rides. WP Films movies are amazing. If I had children, they would actually know every one of those WP Films movies, and they would know the people in them almost by person. Okay, and also on number 3, on the Early Christian Writings Ministries Lifestyle and Practice, you got to get a book. It's called A Dictionary of Early Christian Beliefs by David Berceau. It's Bercot. It's not Bercot, it's Berceau. That's a French word. A Dictionary of Early Christian Beliefs, 700 topics discussed by the early Christians. You can learn so much, and you could bypass the preachers on the TV set, and you can actually do research from a man who is a deep, deep researcher. He was a title lawyer, and he worked with stuffy documents most of his life. Really interesting. Get that book immediately. It's probably the most important book next to my Bible that I own. It's fascinating. It's fun. Go to Sibyl's. It talks about all these different people that predicted Jesus outside of the Judeo-Christian stuff. Now, number 4, okay, go research these 4 types of ministry. Number 4 is me, Grandpa Honesty Guy, True Ecclesia, YouTube. Go to Grandpa Honesty Guy YouTube. Also, I have many other YouTube channels. Good Communion for Good Family. Good Communion for Good Family. This is a ministry preaching about gathering friend groups that are discerning and honest about their own demons, discerning honest about their own weaknesses, discerning and honest about their sins, and connected by communion as they gather in very regular ways. They're connected by communion, and they're connected by Holy Spirit guidance. This is the whole thing that they never taught me, including being honest about your sexual desires, including be honest about the demons that still trouble you from youth. 2 Corinthians 12. The super scribe, the super rabbi who had been killing people, he says, look, I have a demon that's been around me since my youth, and that demon has not been totally removed. So I want to tell my friends, listen, sometimes I go crazy in this one area, and I just want to let you know I have a bad spirit around me in my atmosphere. It doesn't own me. The Holy Spirit is my guide, and my full commitment is to the Holy Spirit. But these demons, when I'm weak and when I'm feeling lazy, when I'm feeling angry, these demons still take over my willpower, my choices, and some of my troubles. This is the stuff that they did not teach me about in churches for 14 years when I was a kid, and I quit church when I was 14. Nobody was helping me understand how to discern your own personal demons, to help your friends know how to help you. Jesus said, when you get saved, the demons will not go away. They will get more tricky and more crafty. They're going to team up, and they're going to get tricky, and they're going to get more powerful to create a fake religious spiritual program around you. They're going to get you to join a fake religious spiritual program, and you're not going to deal with all of the real problems. Jesus said, Do not awaken sexual excitement and arousal until it is time. That's the words of Jesus to the whole world a long, long time ago. So, I encourage you, please consider taking an 8 to 10 month transformation vacation in one of the Mission Bible Training Centers. And consider going tonight or tomorrow to the Mission Bible Training Center closest to you, because you have to pay with a change in how you spend your time and spend your attention. This is beautiful stuff. This is deep motivation in this day. Hello from Crossville, Tennessee. Go to missionteens.com. Find the Mission Bible Training Center near you. Visit for the morning or the evening devotional time. It's so interesting and so empowering for you. You will learn something that you never knew before. Take a transformation vacation in a Mission Bible Training Center. Get away from your cell phone, your people, your family, and plan your life all over again, and then learn true ecclesia. Glory, 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 glory. Sweetness. Dasida Baraba Kodabo. Greetings from Crossville, Tennessee.